morning, welcome to another Tool Tutorial Friday. Today we're going to be talking about caulk guns. This is not a powered tool, but it's a tool that every homeowner and every handy person should know how to use. It's pretty simple, even a beginner can pick it up pretty easily. Basically, there is a rod that has some ridges on it, and when the ridges are facing up, it doesn't move. That's when you can pull it back and forth. When you turn it down and you pull the trigger, this pushes into the tube and squeezes your caulk or your adhesive out. In order to start your tube of caulk, there's a hole on your caulk gun that not a lot of people know about. Basically, you stick your tube inside, the point inside at an angle of the hole, and you pull the trigger and it cuts it off at an angle. Then there's this nice little stick on the caulk gun, and that is used to, you poke it inside the tube, and that's used to break the seal inside to get your caulk going. Once your tube of caulk is open, you want to pull back on the rod all the way. You want to set your caulk gun in base first, and then let it rest inside the grooves in the front. Then you turn the rod, push in, and you start to squeeze until the caulk starts to come out. I always have some wipes or a wet rag around so that I can wipe off the tip when I'm done. In order to stop the caulk from coming out, you want to turn this down and pull back so there's no more pressure on the tube. Caulk guns are really good for patching holes and seams when you're working with molding and woodwork, but it's also really important to caulk the siding on your house, especially if you have masonite siding, which unfortunately we do. It keeps water and anything from getting in there and actually damaging the interior structure of your home. This is what happens if you don't caulk your siding. Basically becomes a sponge and water gets all in there and it rots out your siding. When you're going to use the caulk gun, you want to make sure that the angle is the longest part of the nozzle is pointed up to the top. You go ahead and set it in your crack or in the seam, pull the trigger until the caulk starts to come out, and then you just try to push it in there. Sure you turn the rod and pull it back so that the caulk doesn't keep coming out. My friend Diana in my InStyle showed me this trick. You basically use water with some ice in it and you dip your finger in it, and then you can smooth the caulk nice and smooth over the seam, and it kind of keeps the caulk from sticking to your finger. The caulk that I used on the outside of our house is it's by DAP, and it says it's premium indoor and outdoor sealant. But what I like about it is that it's clear and it's paintable. So this looks white now, but it's going to dry clear. And if it has a little bit of a sheen to it and I can really see it, I can go ahead and just paint a little bit of touch-up paint over it, and nobody will know